Thank you. You're there. I need voices off, back straight, sitting in STL with your eyes tracking me. I'm waiting. You're there. Thank you so much. And you're there. I'm waiting.
Sounds.
Now, as I said, check. Sounds. Now, you need a pencil. If you please pull a pencil out of your desk. I'm going to pass out a do now to you. The first two questions are the do now. When you receive your paper, you can start on it, but as soon as I finish handing out all papers, the time will start and you will have 5 minutes to complete your do now. Please put your name up at the top. These are all questions that we've gone over the last several weeks. So these are all things that you will know. This is silent and solo. If you're unsure of a question, it's okay. We are going to go over these because I really want to make sure that you know them. So as soon as you receive your paper, please get started. Put your name up at the top. And your time starts now. Go. Oh. Well, we got started right away. Her name's on her paper. I see lots of people thinking, focusing. Oh, thank you, Miss Grace. Pencil's moving. When we do nows, it gives us an opportunity to see how well we've been listening with attention and been focusing on words. Your voices are off. I like the way everyone is working quietly on their paper. Quietly. You're doing a do now. Just these first two questions are your do now. You've got 5 minutes left. Just do the best that you can.
But thank you, Jordan, because I see her pencil moving and her lips zipped.
Okay. Well, the first question, we'll go over them in just a few minutes, but these are all things that we've been doing in my lessons over the last few weeks. Oh.
Fiona, work. I'm hearing some people who are working out louder with a partner, but this is silent and solo. Thank you,
Just do the best
Malia.
that you can. Don't worry about spelling it correctly. Yes, it's fine. Okay, I like that you're working hard, Hazel. See lots of people writing down. All right, scholars. I noticed that a lot of people are having a hard time remembering these, so we're going to go ahead and go through them now. Someone's already gone, so you don't do it. Yes. So, we're gonna go ahead and go through these silently. Your voices are off. If you do not have what I have written down, please erase and write in the right answer, because it's really important that you know these. So we've talked about skills for learning. We've talked about 4 different ways that you can have skills for learning, things that will help you learn in the classroom. They are self-talk. We use self-talk. We use self-talk when we are avoiding distractions. Okay? So we use self-talk when we're avoiding distractions and to help us stay focused. If we're not sure what the teacher said, or when we're trying to remember what the teacher told us to do, we may use self-talk in our head to help remember directions. The next one is focusing. And we talked about how we use our eyes, our ears, and our brain to really focus in on what is being said. And it's when we focus that we also listen with attention. So when you're listening with attention, you're really focusing on the person's words. You're using your eyes to watch them, your ears to listen, and you're giving them your attention. Your voices are off and your bodies are still. Like right now, you're listening with attention to me. You're looking at me, you're listening to me, and then you're writing down what it is that I'm saying. Okay? The last one we talked about is being assertive. Now, I know we talked about it briefly in another classroom, but I know we weren't here last week, so we may not have covered it as in depth as some of the other classes. Raise your hand if you remember us talking about being assertive. Okay. So I'm going to demonstrate 3 different ways that you can, that you can communicate with somebody. There are 3 different ways that you can communicate with someone. Right now, I'm going to ask to join a group at recess. And first way I want to demonstrate is I'm going to do it passively. Now when you do something passively, you don't make a lot of eye contact. You may kind of shuffle your feet and your shoulders are probably a little slumped. So I may walk up to Torian and say, "Can I join your group at recess today?" That's asking passively. Now if I ask aggressively, my shoulders